All right, guys, I am really glad I went back and I checked the Warnings Evolve reaction video comments because I learned a lot about the band, The Warning, and I want to say first up to the viewers and the fans, you guys are amazing. And this tells me a whole lot about any band out there when the fans of the band are the ones going to bat for the band and telling people all around the world how great they are and what you should do to learn more about them or telling you more about them. I've learned so much from all of the comments you guys have left on the reaction video, and I think it's awesome when fans get that involved because it tells me that there's this true love of the band and that the band fosters that goodness. So thank you, thank you. You guys also offered me a challenge, and I'm glad you did because I had already gone ahead and taken a look at the Alessia Cara and the Warnings cover of Enter Sandman that is on the Metallica Blacklist album. And I want to say your challenge was to do a double reaction because they apparently, and I did not know this until you guys pointed this out to me, so thank you again. The Warning did a cover of their own of Enter Sandman years ago. So I've dug out that video. We're going to check that one out. Then after we check this one out, you guys are going to get the additional video reaction for the new cover of Enter Sandman with Alessia Cara. So you guys are in for a double reaction right now. So let's get started. This is the video that was posted for The Warning for Enter Sandman from their original cover of it. Let's get into it. We'll react to it, and then we'll move on into the next reaction. Get ready. Here we go. God. That was great. Okay, so I'm just like, I gotta wrap my head around this. Oh my God. All right, so let's get into this. Wow, okay, first off, I have to say, I'm really like so jealous of her guitar finger stretch, because I cannot do that as well as she could do that. Wow. Oh my God. What a great, now I can see why this video has like 22 million views on YouTube. Holy crud. Wow. There's so much technicality at their age when they were so much younger in their playing that it's just, it's precision. And I think it's really shocking to me, like, when you look at it, a whole band this young and the technicality that they've got in their playing. And I actually, as I'm sitting here listening to the first run through of it, and I'm going, as you guys have also pointed out, pow. So I would like to say that I would like to see Pau and Lars go head to head on some drumming, man. That I want to see that, because this young and she's playing like this, and how much older she is now and how much more her technical ability has gone. I want to see those two do a drum off. That needs to happen. Wow. Okay, there's so much cool in this, because just at that age to have that kind of grit in the playing and in the vocals, and they were just so polished with it. And then to know where we're going with the next video. Oh, wow. I'm just like, wow. So, and then I think about what I watched when I watched the video for Evolve, and how far they've come from that point, from this to where they are now in their sound. Gosh. Thank you, the Warning Army, for putting me up for a reaction to the first video that the Warning put out for Enter Sandman. Oh my gosh. And yeah, I can absolutely see why people have dove into there. So I'm just kind of still kind of absorbing this. I better not show this to my granddaughter, because then she's really going to be like, okay, it's time to shred. Although actually it might give her more inspiration, because she does want to play. So I actually am going to show her this. She's going to love this, because these girls were a lot younger at this point. And so my granddaughter's really going to be able to relate with seeing these girls at their age playing, and it's going to really inspire her to keep pushing forward. Oh, wow. All right, so you guys have just seen my mind just kind of get blown by an amazing cover from these young gals, where they were when they started, and you saw the Warning Evolve reaction as to what I think of their music now, their original music. Let's go on into shaking it up and seeing the new Enter Sandman cover with Alessia Cara that is on Metallica's Metallica Blacklist. You guys, let's head on over there now. Then you guys fire off below in the comments and let me know what you think. If you've never seen the Warning before this video that we just played, what do you think of their first original cover of Enter Sandman? And then come back and let me know what you think about the second video we're going to go into now. Hello and welcome back for another reaction review. As I promised you on the reaction review of the Warning's single Evolve, I was going to hit up their cover of Metallica's Enter Sandman. They were invited to be part of the Metallica Blacklist album, where they have 12 songs, 53 artists remaking their music. What an experience. I have not listened to the whole thing. There's a lot going on there. I'm not one of those kinds of people who can sit and listen to the same exact track that many times in a row, regardless if it's different artists or not. That just kind of is too much for me. I know that I say I prefer to be weird to normal, but that's a little too weird for me sometimes, so I can't do it all the time. So anyway, I really dug the band The Warning, and I'm super excited now because I am a fan of Alessia Cara, which I have to say right now to Alessia Cara, if she happens to see this, I totally botched your name on the last video, because in my mind, I always see you as Alessia Sierra. I don't know why. So it's Alessia Cara. So let's get that straight. And I do apologize for the last time on that one. I'm excited because I follow both Alessia's work and now I follow The Warning. I've gone back and I've deep dived into some of their other stuff to see how great they sound. How I missed that band, I don't know. So I'm excited because I like both of these groups And I like to see like how they're going to come together. Plus I like Metallica's old stuff. So how is it all going to blend together and come out is the thing that I'm wondering, because with iconic tracks, it's always hit or miss. And, you know, if Metallica handpicked the people they invited, so you've got to think there's going to be something good in this because they picked. And if they want to pick people to complement their music, who better to pick it than the artists themselves who created it, right? I hope, because I don't always like all the artists that other artists like, which I don't think any of us always like other artists. I mean, we all dip into other stuff. I mean, me, one minute I can be playing BTS, next I can be playing Dark Funeral, the next I'm playing Thunder Mother, and then I can be playing some ABBA. So, you know, music is relevant as to how it sounds in your ears and how it makes you feel in here, right? So we're going to get on into it. Let's take a look at Alessia Cara and The Warning doing Enter Sandman, and then we will talk about it, you know, after it's over. But this is my first reaction to it. I've not watched it at all. It's going to be an absolute first reaction. Before we get started, if you like what I'm doing, click that subscribe button below, hit the little bell, ding, 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 to get notified anytime videos get posted on the channel. I'd like to hear your reaction to this. If you've already watched it and you don't even need to watch this part of it, fire away and let me know what you think about the remake of their song. Let me know what you think about the actual Metallica Blacklist album too, if you've heard other songs that you think are really good that deserve being reviewed as well. Let's go ahead and get started and see what it's all about, and we'll talk about it when we're done. So let's get going. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, I must have played Enter Sandman close to a million effing times in my Camaro, cruising around, blasting the music because I loved that track. I loved the album that it came out on. And I got to tell you, this is probably my second favorite version of Enter Sandman. Yeah, and I did hear some of the other artists that have done the Enter Sandman, and I got to say that this one I really love. You know, it's kind of that weird, like it's kind of hard to imagine when you're talking that kind of rock metal sound that the Warning is doing, you know, that hard rock, but then you've got the metal of Metallica and then Alessia Cara on vocals, but then you've also got the vocalist from The Warning throwing her vocals in there, and that Danelia, like her vocals just like are so cool, like the tone in her voice. And like I said in the video review for Evolve, their drummer Paulina has that look in her eyes, and when they started that part of the prayer and she's doing the speak to the prayer, is that weird. I was like, okay, I feel she's got that energy that is kind of that intensity, even as quiet and shy as she might look there, you just feel the energy. Oh wow, this is really cool. Like everything from it, from the sound. I liked the opening, how it was like almost like a choired kind of sound, like the organ feel to it, and just the space and movement of the sound, and mixed with the visual that you're watching. I mean, because me, I would think that that would be like something I would probably, as I'm listening to it without seeing a visual, I would imagine something like that. I mean, it was just so cool, the whole vibe of it. And then where they got towards the middle, and you know, right after the part of this, starting the prayer, and then you know they're in the walkways where it's dark and it starts to go down and just loses the volume and goes really low, and then all of a sudden you're just catching it. And I mean, that's why I threw my hands up, like, because you feel that crescendo is coming back up and then it just blows up again. Wow, what a great track. I'm like, I think Metallica got it right asking these ladies to be part of this project for the Metallica Blacklist album. Like, definitely got it right. The more and more I hear The Warning, the more and more I want to see them out on tour with many of my fave rock bands. Hailstorm, Lizzie, if you happen to come across this video, bring them on tour with you. Definitely do something with them, because the more I hear them and the more I hear that you wanted to do something with them, I want to really hear you guys out there together doing something, because I think that would be like the powerhouse collaboration. Oh, wow. You know, I got surprised by a band that has been out there for a bit. You know, if you look at their YouTube, they got 367,000 subscribers. So they are not unheard of. But somehow in regions of the world, they're not necessarily known. And they need to be. Sweden Rock, if you're watching this, check them out if you don't know them yet. Ask them to come to Sweden Rock. Vaken, invite them. Wow. Wow. I would love to see these gals at some big festivals out overseas next year. You know, I think that would be really, really cool. I think this is a great track. And again, like I said, I think it's my second favorite version of Enter Sandman, as in the very first original version, which I love. And now this one is the second I love. Wow. Yes, two amazing, strong women in music. Doing something really cool. I dig it. What did you guys think? Did you like it? Did you not like it? I mean, I know there's a lot of you out there that I've seen chatting out. They just don't like female vocalists. What do you think? I think all of these female vocalists stand on their own, and I think that they did a great remake. But if you want to fight me in the comments below, if you didn't like it, let me know why. And don't just be like, I don't like female vocalists. Give me actual sound reasoning why you don't really like it. I mean, and yes, it's a very abstract version of the track, but I really liked it. I like that they didn't try to sound like Metallica. And what I did dig really too was like the really crunchy guitar sounds. Like, oh wow, they were not like Enter Sandman, the original, but man, they were so just gritty and chunky. I love that sound. Like, what a great remake. Like, yes, definitely. So you guys, that was The Warning with Alessia Cara doing their thing with Enter Sandman. Absolutely a win. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. So see you guys in the next reaction review.